Krisayu is India's first bespoke gifting brand that combines together agriculture, food and craft. And as Modi ji rightly said just recently that during festivals, we must go and buy local crafts and local produce. So today we are doing exactly just that. Hey lovely ladies of Hyderabad, we are back again with another episode on Women Entrepreneurs. Hi, this is Ankita from HyBiz Tv and today we have Shruti from Krisayu. So what does Krisayu stand for and what does Krisayu mean?
So Krisayu stands for, we break the word down first, Kris and Ayu. What does Kris stand for? Kris is all about cultivation and our culture of cultivation. And Ayu is life, and that's how we brought Krisayu together to bring in our cultivation and our farming culture and putting life into that culture through our gifting. And that's how Krisayu came into existence.
How many years has it been for Krisayu? And what was your, inspiration behind starting such a unique idea, which definitely is very new to the, game of Hyderabad, which people haven't heard about before?
So yes, it's a very unique idea of bringing craft and agriculture together, and yes, we also call ourselves India's first brand that intertwines food, craft and agriculture together. And it's a pleasure to actually work with craftsmen and these artists, and that was what inspired us, because agriculture and craft are not different, they are interconnected. It's a circular economy that we work with, and this is what we put into our hampers, where craft, agriculture and food especially combine together in a hamper. And that's with all our love from all our artists and our micro entrepreneurs who work really hard to put our hampers together, is what inspires us to bring Krisayu together.
So agriculture as a word has the word culture in it, but we see it very differently from the usual agriculture. What people usually understand from agriculture is farming and farming practices. How did you combine culture into agriculture?
Yes, agriculture is our culture, it's Indian culture, and it's very important to keep the culture alive, and Krisayu is doing that. It so happened that when we visited small villages, and when Vishala, who's our founder, had met some of the artists, we realized that these farmers, they have families, the women in their families, the children in their families, sit and do small little crafts, they make small little things, tidbits that no one really takes care of, no one really looks into that part. And that's where our culture still lies. Those are our roots. The culture lies in craft. These are some of our crafts that we work with regularly. These are some of our cherial masks made very delicately by our artists. So these are all hand painted. This is Kondapalli Bulakat set. This is something that most of our clients prefer. This is Etikopaka wooden toys. These are Channapatna dolls, which are made in a small little place, Channapatna near Mysore. And these are also Etikopaka Lakshmijis, which are made specially for Diwali. Agriculture and our culture and craft are not different, they are all together. And Krisayu is the way through which we put these hampers together. We put our culture together in a hamper with love. And it comes from our entire family. So the men in the family are farmers, the women in the family are small little artists, they do paintings, they make these patachitras for us. They do a lot of the craft at the back end. That's where Krisayu hampers come in, and that's where our culture comes into our hampers.
So what's your story? How has been your personal journey into Krisayu, and can you just tell us about that?
My journey started with hospitality. I'm an ex-hotelier, And the journey of actually putting events together started first, and then the gifting and hampers followed. Post that, I got into gifting completely. It just became a passion and a love to put a hamper together. And that's when Krisayu attracted, because it was something unique, it was something different that we were looking at for the future. And looking at International Year of Millets and our other brand, which is Millet Bank, we decided to put our millet products, which is agriculture, and Krisayu, which deals with a lot of craft. We tried putting craft and agriculture together in our hampers, and that's how the entire journey of gifting, bespoke gifting, putting Krisayu together came in.
So as a woman entrepreneur, this must have been a journey which you probably would have thought, should I join or should I not? Because this is comparatively a very new field. So what was in your mind when you joined Krisayu, and how did you think how far you can take it forward?
Krisayu is something unique. Not everyone does what we are doing, or not everyone is doing what we are doing at the moment. And we need to take this forward. Our team is working day and night, working hard to take this forward. And we're looking at a bright future for Krisayu, because we are one of its kind now in India. And craft is something that we are trying to revive and bring it back into our existing gifting and our hampers for festivals, or let it be any occasion, from socials to even for that matter conferences. They are actually respecting the fact of putting craft and agriculture together in hampers now, and we've got a very good response. This year we've been recognized for a lot of G20 hampers that we have put in, and all our efforts from January to this month has not gone waste. We've done a lot of G20 gifting. Many of them have recognized the crafts all over India that came in through our hampers, and that's how I see Krisayu at a great height in the future. This is one of our very important product and our very loved and prized possession. This is the Cherriel painting scrolls that were put into this canister, paper canister, and we had the entire Cherriel art and craft literature written and printed on the canister, paper canister, for our ministers. This was given to the agriculture ministers of about 40 countries during the G20 summit in Hyderabad. We had the Tanjavur painting that was made and placed into these boxes for all the delegates who had gone to Chennai for the G20 summit.
So what are some of the sustainable goals that you guys follow, and let's say eco-friendliness, and as you said, like this is the year of millets, so you guys introduced millets. How has been the response so far towards sustainability, eco-friendliness, and of course millets?
So yes, our sustainability goals, we cover most of them through our gifting. We do a lot of ethical procurement, ethical sourcing for our hampers. We also have a lot of eco-friendly products that go into our hampers, something that is made from natural products. And all our crafts are natural, all our crafts are eco-friendly. There's nothing that is harmful that's used in our craft. It's made with all natural products, and that's the major place where we stand a chance and an upper hand with our gifting, because of the products that go in. Plus, millets as a product itself is a very eco-friendly grain, and it's a grain from the dry lands of India, and it's a very eco-friendly grain that goes into most of our millet bank products. That's another way that we cover one of our eco-friendly goals. Putting both these together in the hamper makes it an eco-friendly hamper with the packaging, as well as very minimum plastic used. No to zero. Zero to minimum is what is used into the hampers. And that's how we cover about 15 out of 17 of our SDGs. These are how some of our millet hampers look. They've got our millet products in it with a wooden tray, and we place one craft of the client's choice that goes in as an additional element, and that's how the hamper is completed with the millet products based.
So how do you make sure that the products from Millet Bank reach out to the audiences? Because this year is the year of millets. People have started becoming aware of millets. But before that, I think there wasn't much awareness towards it. So how did you market your products in such a way that people were like, हाँ, अब millets खाना चाहिए?
Yes, millets is it's a difficult topic to actually talk on, and we've got a great team, no doubt, in Millet Bank, who does a lot of our hard work at the on the back of basically our backbone is our sales and distribution team at Millet Bank, where we've penetrated very well into the market. We are a startup that's a little more than 24 months old, and our team has worked very hard to get these products into the market, keeping in mind that every person in the community, in this society, has to be targeted. Like everyone, I mean from kids to aged and elderly people, what they would prefer in their daily meals, everything had to be very personally taken care of, and accordingly products and our SKUs were released in the market. Moving on from anything from noodles to cookies to our daily snacks, our munchies, our recent launch are our munchies, and which go very well in for gifting, and plus cookies. You also have your daily breakfast mixes, Indian mixes of dosa, pongal, upmas. So we've targeted all kinds of audience for our millet products, and also the young generation nowadays who want everything to be easily available, an easy breakfast plus healthy breakfast. So we came up with muesli, millet muesli. We came up with fills, 3 different kinds of fills. We came up with also our recent launch was for the kids, stars and moons, again all millet based products. So slowly and steadily our millet products have also penetrated into the market. We've got a good hold on the market now with millet products. We've got a great team that's working at the back end for all this as well.
So what are your future plans with respect to Krisayu?
We are looking at Krisayu growing as well on its own and taking off with this unique gifting that we have come up with in the future. And we are looking at Krisayu being in its category to be one of the top companies and the top names in this category.
It was lovely talking to you, Shruti, and all the best to Krisayu.
Thank you.